you have a question like this. First go for the answer according to the easiest matching. Easiest matching among all these rough endoplasmic reticulum, isn't it? So match rough endoplasmic reticulum to protein synthesis. Then smooth endoplasmic reticulum, as of the classes, you know very well steroid hormone synthesis. If 2 and 3 in column 1 are matched, then you will get the answer. Isn't it? Okay, fine. Then, next question. This we discussed in a very elaborate way, isn't it? The Golgi apparatus. When we take the Golgi apparatus, cis phase is in continuation with the endoplasmic reticulum, and the trans phase is towards the cell membrane. So, cis phase is convex side, that's a correct one. Trans phase is the concave side, that's also correct. You got struck in between C and D options. See, the shifting side, maturation phase, both are same. Are you getting? Shifting side and maturation phase, both are same. So both are related to transport of the packed proteins from Golgi complex. So that's related to trans phase only. So here the mismatch is cis phase to shipping side is the mismatch. C is the answer. Okay. So shipping side is also trans phase. Maturation phase is also trans phase. I'm giving you only 20 seconds to answer this. Only 20. Tricky question. Cell membrane. Everybody know plant and animal cells we have. Cytoplasm, obviously. Nucleus also plant and animal cells we have. But you get stuck up at 4. That's why there's 1, 2, 3 only in option A I gave. And option D I included Roman number 4, mitochondria. Okay. So mitochondria, don't get you into misconception that you will find mitochondria only in animal cell. You find mitochondria even in plant cell. What mitochondria will do? It will give energy, isn't it? So even plant cell will also need energy. So all the 3 you will find in plant and animal cells, and the 4th one, mitochondria, is also you will find in plant and animal cells. Okay. Then next question. Read the first statement. Genes found on chromosomes in the nucleus of a cell. So here the question is about correct statement about genes, isn't it? Now when you take chromosomes will be nucleus. So obviously even if you don't know anything about genes in the first Roman, that statement is correct. So 1 is there. And coming to the second, genes control chromosome. Okay, so here maybe few of you students got a dilemma. Of course, genes control chromosome, isn't it? Genes are part of chromosome, and how many chromosomes, how they act, how they show their response in an individual, that's all controlled by genes. I briefly explained about the DNA structure. There I concluded that DNA and genes are the one which controls the whole chromosome and the whole cell activity. So even second Roman is also correct. Then third Roman, gene is the section of human DNA, isn't it? That's also correct. Then fourth one, each trait here stands for character. And the physical appearance, I compared the nose shape, eye size, combination of skin color, all these are nothing but the traits in biological growth. Each trait is controlled by 2 genes that they receive from their parents, isn't it? Isn't it? So this option is also correct. Answer is A. Any doubt? I don't know, no one chose A. Everyone left A alone. So the answer is A. All the options are correct. Okay. Are you taking down the questions? If you want, you can take, because I'm giving more than 3 to 4 minutes for each question. Okay, all the statements are correct about genes. So option A is correct. Okay, okay, fine, Kavya. Shall we go to the next question? The cell bursting. Cell bursting usually occurs when a cell is kept in a solution where the concentration of the solution is more than that of the cell. Okay. The concentration, based on the concentration of the solution, we call it as isotonic. Iso, the same concentration. Or saline. Saline is hypertonic. Hyper means more concentration. Saline is nothing but salt water. Again, so more concentration. And the pure water is bursting, isn't it? The cell bursts when it is kept in a solution which is higher than its concentration or lower than its concentration. Depends on the concentration of the solution. Based on the concentration of the solution, we say isotonic for equal concentrated solutions. Saline is the more concentrated solution, like salt water and all. The pure water is not isotonic to cells. Pure water is hypotonic to cells. Hypo, I'm insisting hypo. Hypo stands for low concentration. Okay. When cell bursting term comes, definitely go for animal cell only. Because in plant cell, you will be having a cell wall around cell membrane to take in and to give out the balanced condition when the concentration of solution changes. This we discussed under cell wall of plant cell. Okay, so even a plant cell is kept in pure water or it is kept in saline water, which is 4x. Or if it is kept in isotonic solution, whatever is the concentration of the solution, plant cell wall will help the plant cell to resist changes. Okay, so far with this A and B options can be eliminated. Now coming to the C and D options. In the C and D options, they have given for first blank animal cell. So that's okay. For the second blank, the solution type, they have given 4x saline solution and pure water. See, when an animal cell is kept in saline solution or hypertonic solution, what happens is the cell gets shrunk. Okay, the cell gets shrunk because outside concentration is more as of the concentration inside the animal cell. So whatever cytoplasm and water contains inside animal cell, they will squeeze out of the cell. So when something gets squeezed, what will happen? It shrinks, isn't it? So animal cell gets shrunk when it is kept in saline solution. But here question is about bursting of cell. So cell bursting of animal cell happens when it is kept in pure water. Pure water is something like hypotonic to the animal cell. When you take the water content inside animal cell and the pure water concentration is less. So what happens? Outside pure water will come to inside of the animal cell and the animal cell size increases, it gets swollen up and the cell bursting happens. Okay, so when an animal cell is kept in saline solution, it gets shrunk And when an animal cell is kept in pure water like hypotonic solution, the cell will swell. It will swell and it will burst out. Okay, so the correct answer to this question is D. This question is there in your view book, but the explanation part I think I need to, that's why I explain. So what happens? The pure water will go into the cell and the cell swells up and ultimately it bursts out. Okay, so cell bursting occurs when animal cell is immersed in a pure water solution. So option is D. Actually, this question is somewhat tougher level, but try to answer. The previous question is something linked to this question. In the previous question that I said there is a shrinkage of cell, isn't it? That shrinkage of cell is nothing but turgidity of cell. Turgidity is nothing but shrinking of cell. So when molecules move from high concentration to low concentration, shrinking of cells happens. So turgidity is the process where osmosis is involved. So that is not the answer. They asked which process does not involve osmosis. Okay. Then the second option and the last option, we'll come to those two options later. First, say the option C. Absorption of water by roots. So roots will absorb water from high concentration to low concentration, isn't it? So that is also osmosis process. So that is also the correct statement where osmosis is involved. Then coming to the B and D. As of a few students got a good idea related to stomata opening and closing, but there is a small difference in understanding these two options. See, stomata closing and opening happens because of osmosis only. That's correct. Okay. But exchange of gases through stomata will not occur by osmosis. Clear about that point? But the question is, which of the following processes does not involve osmosis? Does not. Remember that word. So, turgidity of living cells, absorption of water by roots, opening and closing of stomata, all these processes involves osmosis, except exchange of gases through stomata. Then the answer would be B, definitely B. But we have to justify the answer. So I'm giving the explanation part on that. Exchange of gases through stomata occurs because of the difference in turgor pressure. That's the point to be noted. Turgor pressure is raised because of the guard structure. The stomata is a pore around which guard cells will be there. So those guard cells, structural difference will create a turgor pressure, which helps in exchange of gases. I'm giving you only 30 seconds to answer this question. Only 30 seconds. Let's see who will answer first. The correct one. The answer is obviously C. Prokaryotic cell. Well done, Kavya. Really appreciable answer. Immediately within 10 seconds. Well done, Kavya. Yeah, good. Good. Remaining students also good. Option is C. See, prokaryotic cell just blindly go with the nuclear membrane access. That's all. It doesn't have nuclear membrane. Yes, wherever the question comes about whatever lengthy concepts they put in and try to confuse you, just blindly go with absence of nuclear membrane. And yeah, good job, Kavya. The remaining students do a good job. Actually, once you read the question, where you start with D, I didn't get you. So, okay, try to answer the next question. That is simple question, but a tricky one. Giving you 1 minute, just 1 minute. RBC, WBC, all these are only cells, red blood cells, white blood cells you find inside organism. They're not living organisms, or they are not separate entity outside any living organism. Clear, Akshay? Kamya, you go for D. Okay. Kitana also D. Nucleus is absent. Very simple question and strike question. Nucleus won't be absent in any cell. First of all, get to that idea. Nucleus you will find in all the cells, whether it is a plant cell or an animal cell. Okay, this is the first foremost thing. Why they ask nucleus is absent in? Yes, nucleus might be absent when the cells will grow up and get into an advanced stage, which we call literally old age. Okay, when the cell gets into mature stage, biological term. Old age is a crude common word. Okay, when the cells get into the mature stage, some cells becomes dead. Best example is RBC. Here in option B, they have given mammalian erythrocytes. Mammals are best example humans. Take it in that way. Okay. So in humans, the erythrocytes are nothing but RBC cells. In humans, RBC cells die for every 120 days. Suppose assume in your blood today, a new RBC cell born, and after 120 days it will die. It will get matured and its function gets over and it will die. Okay. So here the RBC cells, when they are at the starting stage of their development, they will have nucleus. But when they get matured and when they get died off, at that stage they will lose their nucleus and become dead. So obviously dead cells will not have any functional nucleus. So option B is correct. Even option A is also correct. See, tube cells. These are the cells which we will find in plants. As of circulatory system is there in humans or in animals, the plants also will have the circulatory system, but in the form of xylem and phloem. These are different concepts regarding tissues. Now, seed tube elements are the one part of phloem. Okay, so seed tube cells will also get matured and they die after few days, and when they get dead condition, then nucleus will be lost. So both A and B are correct. So B is correct. Yes, Sakshit. Yes, erythrocytes are also called RBC. Red blood cells, the name is erythrocytes. Erythro means blood. Okay. Yes, seed tube cells comes under phloem action. Yes. Okay, Gavya, got it? Okay, fine. So, all the cells will have nucleus, but when they get into mature condition, some cells die off. In such dead cells, nucleus will not carry any function. So, answer for this question is both seed tube cells and mammalian erythrocytes. Clear? Then, let's go for the next question. This is the question. I'm very much eagerly waiting. Who will answer first? Giving you 1 minute. Let's see. So, here, correct the given statements by replacing the underlined words. Understand the shape of peroxisome is tiny spherical sac-like structure. So in their options given, that is the R12. So answer is C. With 2 and 3 Romans, you can go for C. Clear?